Junior, say hi. Say hi to everybody. Say hello. Say hi. Oh, he's too busy playing. But KJ is still sleeping. But I had these two last night and they carried on. When I tell you they carried on, they carried on. They cuts up. But they play good together. Yes, they do. But I was coming on here because I had to get with y'all and give y'all an update on this journey. And I will say this: the average person would have gave up and quit. It has been so much stuff happening to me and my business in the last 2 weeks that I wanted to run for the hills. Listen, I'm not even going to get into, what happened, but just say another mishap happened. And I was like, why does this keep happening to me? I was like, I feel like I'm under attack. You hear me? And to be honest, I think I really am under attack, because I'm on my way to, I'm on my way up. And, it's hard to get out of this thing. And like I was explaining to Eric last night, I explained to Eric that poverty is a curse. You hear me? And I'm not saying that we live in poverty, but poverty is a curse. To live day in and day out, worrying about bills and worrying about how you're going to make the next end meet, to make a next end meet another end, how to get ends meet. I guess that's how you say it. Y'all know what I mean. Y'all know I'm dippy as hell. So, it's like that becomes a normalized way of life to people. But when you stand up and you say, I'm not living like that no more. I'm tired of living like that. And I don't want to live like that no more. And I'm not going to live like that no more. And when you boldly stand up and say something like that against the forces and against the enemy, you know, um, you will become under attack, because everything is designed to keep you where you're at, you know. And I truly believe that it is designed, it is designed. And like I say, a lot of times, everything is designed. And we are, you know, we all connected in some way or form or another. We is connected, and this is, a design. Like, and to try to come up out of that, it's not going to be easy. It's going to be hard because it's not only financial forces, in your way. It's all kind of stuff in your way. I'm talking about, generational curses. And when I say generational curses, I'm not speaking that in depth. I'm talking about financial curses. You hear me? And and like I always tell people, I said, you can't, there's no such thing as good luck and bad luck. And there's only curses and blessings. And you can't curse someone that has been blessed, and you can't bless someone who has been cursed, you know. And I know that. And it's like, I say to myself, oh, this, I'm not cursed. No, I'm not cursed. It's that I'm on my way to a different place. And, the enemy wants to keep us bound. He wants to keep us in that place, that financial stress, that everything, that's horrible living like that. It is. And, I found a way to come up out of that. And I truly believe that is my way out. I don't know about nobody else's way out, but I believe business is my way out of that. And well, you want to get down, well, get down there, but or you got something to say. Yeah. What do you want? See, he's so funny. But I think about a lot of stuff, and why is this happening? Why is this not happening? And I just keep thinking about, I have to look at the evidence of things, and how far God has brought me. And I know and I trust God, and I know He did not bring me this far for me to turn back now. So I had a rough week, and I almost said, "Oh, I'm done." But that was fleeting, and that was momentarily, out of frustration and disappointment, But I will say this is that I can't give up and I won't give up. I have to keep going no matter what obstacles get in the way. We must keep going straight forward and looking ahead and not giving up because we're on our way to greatness. I truly believe that. And, a lot of successful businesses, you know, that wasn't successful overnight. I'm pretty sure a lot of them struggled and went through all kind of obstacles and all kind of stuff and all kind of stuff and all kind of stuff, you know. But the race isn't given to the weak, okay? It's given to the strong, and only the strong survive, okay? So we gonna survive, these little, and it's little small things. It's not big things, y'all. It's small things that can have, a grown person be like, what the heck? I'm done, but you can't. You must keep going, and so I'm just gonna keep going. I'll keep y'all updated on everything, that's going on, as far as the business. But right now, I'm going through it with the card processing company because they're not, happy with the THCA sales. And I'm trying to figure it out because y'all are, well, I know what it is. It's the online thing. It's the online business of the hemp and the CBD, and it's what they call come here, Junior. Okay. It's called what they call a risky business. They call it risky, and it's really really hard to get the payment processor centers on your platform because they 1 minute they're okay, the next minute they're not. They got this regulation, they got that regulation, and it is so sickening that I'm going to be opening a brick and mortar, a shop, a store, a retail space because they're getting on my nerves, like early on my nerves. So I'm looking into that. I'm not stopping my online business. It's just that it's a whole lot of regulations and stuff, with the online. And I think that I would have less of a headache if I had a store that offered online services rather than strictly just like, because that is just, oh, it's a headache. So, but I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up. I don't give up. Don't get it twisted. That's just another obstacle. And so as of right now, I have PayPal on my platform, which is a card processing, and it is safe. It is secure. It is 100% safe. I'm talking about PayPal don't play. PayPal will be like, anything go wrong with your money, you're guaranteed your money back 100%. And with that being said, that's what I'm going to start using. I'm going to start using PayPal because, like, the way these people be acting over your money and not wanting to give it back, and this and that, and want to hold it and do this and do that, child, PayPal don't give you that. So, what I'm saying, that's on my website. And the way that these people was giving me headaches about, the card processing, um, I might just go with PayPal strictly on the website, and that be all that I offer. And for anybody that want to do business, they may have to have a PayPal account. And PayPal is real easy account to create. It's very secure. It is 100% safe. Your money is protected. All your information is protected. Um, so I think that may be a option to forward as far as the payment process goes. But yeah, that's what I'm looking into. I already have PayPal on there, and I'm working with Square. And I'm here to tell y'all, if any of y'all doing business in this business, Square is a piece of work. Yeah, I'm putting Square on blast. They are a piece of work. So, yeah, they're a piece of work. Um, so yeah, we going with PayPal, and I'm working with this other company, in the meantime. But the website is still up. We still are selling all our products. We have all our hemp. We have all our CBD. We have all our THCA. We have all of our tobacco products. We have all of our tobacco products accessories. And yeah. So that's where we're at today. So, like I said, I'm in the process of, looking into a physical shop because that's what I'm leaning towards. So let me let y'all go. I don't want to keep talking about the same thing over and over and over again because I will, because I'm dippity doo dah day. Okay. Yeah. Whew. Anyhow, y'all have a blessed and beautiful day, and have a blessed and beautiful day. Purpose, and remember that when obstacles get in your way, do not give up. Do not become frustrated and do not become weary because you're going to go through a storm to get to where you got to go, you know. And sometimes you might have to walk through valleys, to get to where you got to go. So, just hang in there and remain steadfast, and what your heart desires. You know what your head is, where your head is going. You know what you have planned. You know what your ideas are. You know what your strengths are. So, put your ideas together, and make it into something. Take an idea, you know, and feed it because they say that great minds talk about, they say average minds talk about events, great minds talk about ideas, and small minds talk about people. So we have a lot of ideas that are floating around in our heads constantly, constantly, constantly. That could be, the mind trying to get you to get it together. Like these ideas is not just floating around in your head for nothing, because anything that was once somebody's idea in their head was an idea or a thought in their head before it became physical. So we have to, yeah, um, nurture these ideas and these passions that we have. So that's what I'm doing, and I'm very passionate about Smokey and the Bandit. So I'm going to let y'all go. I'm not going to talk y'all ear off because I do run the mouth. Okay? Have a blessed day.